Every night, you enter a world where logic fades away, a world of strange images, powerful symbols, and feelings beyond words. You meet familiar faces, unknown places, sometimes shadows. And when you wake up, you ask yourself, why did I dream that? What does it mean? For most people, dreams are just random stories, leftover fragments of the day. But for Carl Jung, they were far more than that. Dreams are the natural language of the unconscious. They are messages sent from the deepest part of your mind, the part you don't control, yet it knows you intimately. Jung wrote, "The dream is the little hidden door in the innermost and most secret recesses of the psyche." Unlike Freud, who saw dreams as expressions of repressed desires, Jung saw them as a conversation, an honest dialogue between your conscious self and your unconscious. Dreams, he said, don't hide the truth, they reveal it. They show what your conscious mind refuses to see. They balance your inner life, warn you, guide you, and sometimes even heal you. What if your dreams aren't just illusions? What if they are messages from a deeper intelligence, from the self, that inner wholeness Jung considered the true center of the psyche? After exploring the shadow and the path toward wholeness, it's time to discover the language your unconscious uses to speak to you. An ancient, symbolic, living language. A language your soul has never forgotten. If you're new to Jung, I invite you to continue this journey with the first 2 steps of exploring your inner world. In Carl Jung on Understanding Your Shadow, you'll learn to recognize that hidden part of yourself, the shadow, the side you tend to deny yet holds incredible transformative power. And in Finding Inner Wholeness, Understanding Jung's path to self-discovery, you'll see how Jung approached the quest for completeness, the process of individuation that brings you closer to your true self. These 2 videos lay the groundwork for the inner work we continue here. In this masterclass, you will understand why your dreams matter, what they are trying to teach you, and how to listen to them to get closer to your true self. Jung also said, "In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. He speaks to us in dreams and tells us how differently he sees us from the way we see ourselves." So stay with me until the end. What you're about to discover could change the way you understand yourself and teach you to hear the messages of your deepest mind. Welcome to Deep Life Lessons. Welcome to your unconscious. Part 1. Dreams, a dialogue between conscious and unconscious. Humans have always wondered where dreams come from. Are they just illusions, echoes of a tired brain? Or are they messages sent from a deeper part of ourselves? Carl Jung devoted much of his life to exploring this question. To understand his perspective, we first need to see how it differs from that of his mentor and rival, Sigmund Freud. Freud saw dreams as disguised fulfillments of repressed desires. To him, dreams lied, hiding their true meaning behind absurd images to bypass the conscious mind's censorship. Jung disagreed. He noticed that dreams weren't meant to conceal, but to express. They weren't masks, they were mirrors. The dream is not a mask for a wish, but a spontaneous self-portrait of the psyche. For Jung, every dream is a self-portrait of your psyche, a living image of your inner state in that moment. When your conscious mind strays, your unconscious speaks. It seeks to correct, balance, and restore what your ego has overlooked. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Imagine a person who is overly rational, obsessed with control. They might dream of chaos, raging waters, situations beyond their grasp. Their unconscious is sending a message: let go. There's a living force inside you that you refuse to listen to. Conversely, someone overwhelmed by emotions might dream of precise architectures, order, and structure. Their psyche is nudging them toward the opposite balance. This is what Jung called the compensatory function of dreams. Every night, your unconscious sends images to remind you of what your conscious mind neglects. Dreams are never random. They are attempts at harmony. In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. He speaks to us in dreams and tells us how differently he sees us from the way we see ourselves. This other is the part of you beyond your control. It sees you with a wider, truer, fuller perspective, and through symbols it tries to communicate. But hearing requires attention. How often do you wake up thinking, "That was weird," only to forget the dream entirely before breakfast? What if you started taking it seriously? What if these images were fragments of truth, coded messages from your deeper mind, guiding you towards self-understanding? Each dream, Jung said, is like a letter written in a forgotten language. You can ignore it or choose to read it. Sometimes a single sentence in the symbolic language can change your path. So the next time your unconscious speaks at night, listen. It's not trying to deceive you. It's trying to awaken you. If a dream feels like it's trying to speak to you, write it down tonight. Share in the comments the dream that stayed with you the most. We can explore its meaning together. And if you want to go deeper, stay until the end to see how dream symbols reveal the collective unconscious and Jung's archetypes. Part 2. Symbols and the collective unconscious. When we dream, we're not speaking the language of our waking mind. We don't use clear sentences, logical words, or structured reasoning. We speak the language of the unconscious, the language of symbols. Quote, "Symbols are the language of the unconscious," end quote. A symbol is a living image. It's never just what it appears to be. A house in your dream isn't simply a building. It could reflect your psychic structure, your inner refuge, or even your personal boundaries. The sea isn't just a stretch of water. It can represent the unconscious, its unfathomable depths, the emotions you sometimes refuse to face. A journey might signal a transformation, a passage from an old way of being to a new one. But these symbols aren't only personal. Some are universal, and Jung calls them archetypes. An archetype is a pattern, image, or figure that appears across myths, legends, and cultures. The hero, facing trials to transform. The mother, a source of protection but also emotional conflict. The wise old man, an inner guide, holding truths the ego cannot see. The divine child, a symbol of potential and renewal. The serpent, embodying danger, transformation, or hidden knowledge. These figures aren't just imaginary characters. They are psychic forces, dynamics within our psyche that appear in dreams to guide us or warn us. These archetypal patterns live in what Jung calls the collective unconscious. It's the part of the unconscious that goes beyond the individual, a shared psychic memory of humanity. Every dream becomes a bridge between your personal experience and this universal wisdom. Quote, "Archetypes are systems of readiness for action and at the same time, images and emotions." End quote. You don't need to live the adventures of every hero in the world to encounter their power. They appear in your dreams as trials, figures, and symbols. Dreaming that you fall, fly, or are chased isn't random. These scenarios resonate deeply with archetypes, revealing universal dynamics: fear, desire, courage, or transformation. So what are your dreams telling you? Which symbols keep showing up again and again? Which figures appear as guides or warnings? If these insights spark your curiosity and you want to keep exploring the hidden language of your unconscious, hit subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Turn on the notification bell to be alerted whenever a new journey into the depths of the psyche is released. And if you know someone who dreams often or is fascinated by Jung, share this video with them. You can explore this mysterious world together. Remember, some symbols aren't yours alone. They echo a wisdom shared across humanity, and the more you observe them, the more you connect with this deep, universal dimension of your psyche. Part 3. Inner Figures: the Shadow, Anima, and Animus. If the previous part revealed that your dreams are filled with universal symbols, this stage takes us deeper into the figures that speak directly to you, those representing your hidden strengths, conflicts, and untapped potential. The shadow is perhaps the most well-known. It's the part of yourself you resist seeing, the aspects you suppress or project onto others. In dreams, it may appear as a threatening stranger, a mysterious figure, or simply another version of yourself. As Jung said, the meeting with oneself is, at first, the meeting with one's own shadow. Encountering the shadow in a dream is no coincidence. It's an invitation to face what you hide, to acknowledge your fears and repressed desires. And the more you observe it without judgment, the more you begin to integrate it, turning what once felt negative into a source of creative energy. Next, we meet the Anima and the Animus, the figures that embody your inner polarity. The Anima is the feminine aspect within a man: sensitivity, intuition, the capacity to receive. The Animus is the masculine aspect within a woman: logic, strength, decisiveness. In dreams, these figures appear as guides, advisors, sometimes even challengers, but always to lead you toward inner balance. The Anima and Animus are the bridge to the self. They can take many forms: a mysterious mentor, a partner, or even a stranger who somehow captures your attention. Their role isn't to scare you. They are here to weave a dialogue between your conscious mind and yourself, helping you move toward greater wholeness and alignment with who you truly are. When a stranger appears in your dream, ask yourself, what is this figure trying to show me about myself? If this journey resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe to continue exploring the depths of your unconscious. Every dream encounter, every figure, is an invitation to know yourself better. The shadow, the anima, the animus, all of them are messengers. The more you observe them carefully, the more you move along the path of individuation toward the wholeness of the self that Jung described as the ultimate goal of our psyche. Part 4. The Self and Dreams as a Path to Individuation. We've journeyed through symbols, the shadow, the anima, and the animus. Now it's time to reach the heart of it all, the self. For Jung, the self represents the wholeness of the psyche, the point where conscious and unconscious meet. In dreams, it often appears as mandalas, circles, children, or sources of light. As Jung noted, the symbols of the self often appear in dreams as a circle, a square, or a quaternity. These symbols aren't mere decoration. They are glimpses of your deeper being, fragments of the totality your unconscious is trying to reveal. Each dream becomes a silent guide, an inner compass. Whether it's a strange place, an unknown face, or a surprising situation, your unconscious whispers. The dream is a natural expression of the unconscious process of individuation. Listening to these messages means aligning with yourself, understanding what needs recognition, integration, or transformation. It's a journey that echoes the themes from our previous videos. The shadow, which invites you to accept yourself. The anima and animus, guiding you toward inner balance. And now, the dream itself as a bridge to wholeness, a step toward individuation. If this journey resonates, like this video if you feel your mind is already speaking to you, and share it with someone curious about the secret language of dreams. To go even deeper, check out our 2 previous videos. The first on the shadow, where you learn to meet your hidden parts. The second on inner wholeness, guiding you toward integration and balance. Each video is a step on the same path, understanding yourself, connecting with your deeper mind, and moving closer to yourself. So the next time you close your eyes, remember, every dream is a messenger. Take the time to listen, decode it, and let it show you the path to the wholeness of your being. Conclusion: dreams, a living mirror of your unconscious. Dreams are more than fleeting images at night. They are the voice of your unconscious, messengers seeking to restore balance to your psyche and reveal the universal archetypes that dwell in every human being. Through them, you can catch glimpses of yourself, fragments of wholeness guiding you toward individuation. Jung reminds us, dreams are not meant to disturb you, but to teach you. They are messages from the deep, pieces of your soul trying to speak to you. So the next time you close your eyes, ask yourself, what is my unconscious trying to tell me? If this journey inspired you, like this video to support the channel. Subscribe to dive deeper into the mysteries of the mind every week, and share it with someone curious about the wisdom hidden in their dreams. And above all, listen. Your dreams are already guiding you toward yourself. Thanks for being here, and see you soon on Deep Life Lessons.